Hey guys, it's me, Pikmin Master 123, here with another video. And today, we are seeing, for the third time on the channel, a new Minecraft Clay Soldiers mod pack. The mod pack is officially being brought back with its newer and more complex 1.12 version. Now, we would be using a 1.20 version, but sadly this mod pack has both degraded in popularity and degraded overall when it comes to mod developers wanting to bring it back. So the newest version is an unfinished version that only has the soldiers. No pickups, no custom structures, no nexus, nothing. Which is really sad for this mod, to be honest. I was hoping it would be brought back full with the 1.20 release, but sadly it was not. So we are using the 1.12 version that actually has a bunch of more implementations compared. Plus, new items all over the place. First of all, these are the original white soldiers. Now, we're doing something fun with them. You watching this video in the comments, wherever you decide to, if you type in the comments in the social area, any of them, you can help guide this civilization. This can be your tutorial into how these civilizations work. Each civilization is a government ruled by up to 9 people, excluding chat-controlled civilizations, which means you in the description actively control the civilization. Control how they expand, what they decide to mine or collect, and also societal changes, making your people happier and making sure all their needs are met. We have turned this into a turn-based strategy game in necessity, with currently 3 governments: Cyan, Red, and Yellow. 3 civilizations for now to go head to head in combat. But first, we're gonna show you something. The new Clay Lexicon. This is a guide to every single upgrade and behavior of the soldiers. Some stuff is technically banned. Technically. But we will get to that later once the turns actually progress. For now, this will be an introduction of each of the governments to their civilizations and allow us to finally begin this project. I hope you guys enjoy, and please say something, anything you want them to do in the comment section. And if you have any suggestions for me, please feel free to let me know. But without further ado, it's time to introduce you to the Cyan Kingdom. Hello Cyan team, and welcome to your civilization that you guys have named the Okay, I'm about to pronounce this, and it's gonna sound stupid. Ekadatedo. I put it on the screen for you guys. Yeah. Cyan comes from a larger kingdom, well-founded, and with plenty of resources. Which means their perk is that they will receive small supply shipments from their main kingdom. Which means every couple of days, whenever Cyan is able to send back messengers to the kingdom, they will be able to order a custom shipment, whether it be people, supplies, armament, or just secret things coming up later. But for right now, we also have them in a not very hospitable environment. They don't have much when it comes to structures. They are somewhat close to a lot of forests and other resources, but they're not okay starting area overall. They have the lowest number of people of every civilization, but they are relatively okay. They do start with a ruined outpost. Been here for a very long time. Somewhere around 500 years. Plus, the outpost also counts as a static defense, meaning they can actually put soldiers to man the top of them with higher protection from invading attacks. And they start with a decent amount of resources, which they will be able to micromanage and give to their troops. They have ranged weapons, melee weapons, armor, and very low food supplies, meaning that food will be a very tough resource for them. But they have a decent environment, like I said, meaning that they can grow stuff that they need. Other than that, they have a decent amount of wood nearby, which is very good for expanding, and they do have some animals already spawned into their areas, which means that they'll have a little heads up when it comes to that, especially if they can build a farm and capture these. Yes, I'm giving people advice and ideas, because guess what? Some people are dumb. And here's their little flag, going to be upgraded along with this. And yes, all buildings can be upgraded into a better form. But without further ado, this is Cyan Team, and this is their overall surrounding. Decent starting area. They do have a lot of access to the snowy area and also other resources over there. They have decent amount of stone over there and up here. They have an okay area. They'll need to mine a lot of wood, do a lot of expanding, but it's possible. They can do it within a couple of turns, probably. Depending on how lucky they are, because resource collection is randomized, that's right. Whenever you collect a resource, it will be a random spin of a wheel, and that wheel will decide what you get from collecting for that time. And if you collect from any block for 3 times, you will be running out of resources on that block. But without further ado, we will be moving on to the next civilization. A mighty ship from a faraway land has come into this little harbor. And on it comes the Red Civilization, a group of what some people might call marauders or pirates. And inside, they have some nice resources that they are able to distribute to their troops. Some of them being armor, weapons, and they have a lot more starting equipment than some of the other civilizations when it comes to weaponry. Also, when it comes to overall area of the ship, they do have more room, which means higher population, but they're going to have some problems. They do not have a determined name yet, and like I said, they come on a ship, they have some starting supplies, and some armor and survival gear, which is good. But they have some downsides, which is they are far from the basic resource of wood. Using their high vision, they can look around easily for resources, as long as these towers exist. Now, the reason why they might not be is that they will have to sacrifice parts of their ship so that they can reach land, which is actually a decent amount away no matter which direction you are to take it. And they have one main goal, and that is that they need to get to a forest or any source of wood so that they can begin their expansion. The second downside is that every area around them is rocky soil, which means overall this population will have a decrease in total food. That's right. So, their food supply will be very low compared to some of the other civilizations. They also have the highest population capabilities for now, and they also have very high morale for finding land in so long. So overall morale will be good until food becomes a huge problem. But they can also secure more soldiers by lowering these platforms. You see, if you are able to completely lower this platform and use all the resources to do stuff, you also get all the troops up on top of the platform, which is very significant in these two areas. That area a little bit more significant than here, but I still wouldn't wait on any of these soldiers. They're all very useful, and they will be in the future. But for right now, Red Civilization actually is more militaristic in overall nature. It depends on what their government decides to do, but overall, they're the second most populated society. The reason why we aren't at max cap inside the ship is because they are at a lack of food and other necessities. Red is definitely going to be advantaged by these higher tier resources around them and their ability to easily get into mines and also start mining, especially with some of these nice areas nearby. And no, each civilization has a vision cap of their highest structure. So this vision is actually not spoiling anything because this would be their natural vision around them, as each team will be given a full view of their main surroundings from their highest point, but like I said, they may need to lower this highest point down in order to get their majority of troops stuck up here. But without further ado, that is Red Team. They are decent, and they will definitely have to be salvaging and collecting wood from their own ship, especially with that random wheel, which can even, at a small chance, give them nothing. But that does not count as a salvage, it just ruins part of their turn. But without further ado, we'll be moving on to the next civilization. Hello, Yellow Civilization, and welcome to the game Yellow Government. For now, this is the Yellow Civilization, a quaint little civilization in an open field that seems to be almost perfect for farming capabilities. However, they will have a little bit of a struggle to get to wood resources, but it seems that they already brought a small store with them. And this civilization is the highest in population. With that, they also have some food resources already saved up. They don't have enough housing, which is a downside to their happiness, but they do have lots of resources in reserve so that they can expand safely, with their key point being the bonfire in the center, which can be upgraded. For right now, their first goal would probably be getting the wood resources near them and expanding out. With them being the highest population, but going over their max population that they can have, they're going to definitely be building some extra housing and other stuff. But they also have some other capabilities. They can easily heal their allies with their new healing experiments, but also they have some other items that they start with and natural items that they will be receiving, which gives them an extra bonus. But there is not an easy way to access late game resources in this plains. There is very few late game resources. They're going to have to expand out far to get some of the more experienced resources. And they are furthest away from the center point of the map, which is known to be a resource haven overall. With that out of the way, they are a decent civilization with a lot of people, so expanding should not be much of a problem, especially with some of the excess stuff put around their area. But this has been all 3 of the civilizations currently. Currently, we are hoping for many more people to join us so we can expand this map to a number of civilizations all over the place. But, as you can see here, there are some surprises foretold for some of these civilizations, especially when an automated force goes out to conquer the land. But with that out of the way, thank you for watching this video. Feel free to like, subscribe, and watch more Clay Soldiers. Thank you, all of you.